Now, when a convenience store clerk was shot in the head, the bullet took half his brain. But that's only half the story. And be advised that this contains some very graphic images.
Ahad Israfil was a bright kid, known for his ear-to-ear grin. Full of life, he loved animals, sports, and learning. But hopes for a full life were shattered when a tragic accident left him with just half a brain.
It didn't hit me at first, just how bad it was.
The tragic tale unfolded one night while Ahad was working at a local convenience store in his hometown of Dayton, Ohio. Ahad was caught in the line of fire. This 14-year-old boy with his whole life in front of him was on the floor, shot in the head.
There were police already inside the building, a young man laying on the floor in a big pool of blood.
It was the most blood loss I've ever seen. It still raises the hair on the back of my neck.
Ahad's mother, Khadija Ahmad, remembers the terrible news she received that night.
The doctor tried to, in a nice way, let me know that he did not think Ahad was going to survive.
The delicate surgery will take hours. The bullet has shattered the entire right side of Ahad's skull. Surgeons, if they can save him, will have to remove a major section of cranium. Once completed, all they can do is hope for the best. Amazingly, though the right hemisphere of his brain is gone, Ahad lives. But will he be able to function with half a brain? And how will this young man deal with such a horrible deformity?
I was willing to fight, to do anything I had to do to protect him, because it was a tremendous disfigurement.
Plastic surgeon Dr. James Apesos is shocked. He has encountered difficult cases, but never anything like Ahad's.
This was nothing I thought I could fix. I had to actually change the operation on the operating table several times because it wasn't what we expected.
Incredibly, over the next 14 years, Dr. Apesos performs numerous reconstructive surgeries on Ahad. Many attempts fail. At one point, due to complications, Ahad even slips into a coma. But despite it all, he never loses the will to live or his sense of humor.
You really coming for good. You want it? We got to the point where we would laugh about it. I used to kid him and tell him his head looked like a deflated basketball.
Finally, through trial and error, Dr. Apesos develops an amazing solution. At last, the possibility of a somewhat normal appearance is within Ahad's reach.
We created a silicone implant, similar to a breast implant, except solid silastic, not jelly.
In a groundbreaking procedure, the doctor begins the reconstruction of Ahad's skull. But will this surgery be successful? Odds are against him.
Next, doctors take Ahad's life into their hands and try to pull off a miracle. Can they rebuild his head without doing more damage? Plus, the unbelievable secret hidden inside this ancient tree. And see why people in this town are helplessly being invaded by millions and millions of creeping, crawling crabs. That and many more incredible stories when Ripley's Believe It or Not returns. You're watching Ripley's Believe It or Not.
A teenager working at a local convenience store is shot in the head. How can he possibly survive what appears to be a fatal wound? And what kind of life can he lead with half of his brain missing? Well, you're about to find out.
A tragic act of violence has left Ahad Israfil with just half a brain. Amazingly, he lives. But life with his tremendous deformity has not been easy. Now, after numerous operations, Dr. James Apesos is attempting another surgery to give Ahad a new chance at life. Like a puzzle, Ahad's skull is pieced together. At a press conference many years after the tragic shooting, Ahad was able to once again show off his famous ear-to-ear grin.
I love it.
And despite having only half a brain, Ahad actually finished high school. Then, incredibly, he went on to graduate with honors from Sinclair Community College. And though he still needs a wheelchair to get around, through therapy, Ahad is again learning to walk.
Left foot, okay, right foot, small, good.
And according to this survivor, he owes it all to one great surgeon.
The back is really perfect.
Dr. Peso is a great doctor. Dr. Peso gave me looking good again. And after that, my spirits just went up the roof.
Today, Ahad has a job, and he plans one day to run his own business. Those who know his story are amazed by his accomplishments.
The fact of the matter is that we don't need our whole brain. We have a lot more than we need, and he's proof, living proof.
If you have a strong support system, almost anything is possible.
Being a convenience store clerk is considered the second most dangerous job in the U.S. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the most dangerous occupation in the U.S. is driving a taxi cab.